It's Halloween! Well, it isn't anymore when you're watching this, but flickety-frackle it. Let's revive Halloween and look at this event one last time. So first of all, we have to look at how this event works, because it's different this time. Is it good? I'd love to say so, especially after saying that Roblox should try new things in my last review. I really thought that would make things better, but of course, I was proved wrong. When I saw that there was gonna be a costume contest, I thought, oh, cool, a little interaction with the community. I'm glad Roblox is adding some extra stuff to the event. Extra stuff? Nah, it was the event. Never in a million years I would predict that Roblox would switch their boring devhunt style for a fucking costume contest. Like, that's not enough for an event. It's like ordering some chicken nuggets, but the only thing that arrives is the ketchup. It's not enough on its own. It's not fulfilling. And that's what's missing. The chicken nuggets. The meat in your mouth isn't there anymore. Even if Roblox only delivered moldy chicken nuggets, that's better than just chugging some ketchup. You can't throw the chicken nuggets away unless you're going to cook new ones. Otherwise, your users stay hungry. In fact, it's like they were lost with only the ketchup because you can only chug a little bit every day. By the way, I'm sorry if I confused you with that food analogy, but I think you should be able to understand what I mean. Anyways, continuing. Even if the event was shitty, the greed still didn't go away. You know that Roblox sells some weird overpriced bundles every single event, right? Well, this time, the bundle was the Headless Horseman, sitting right in the center of the mansion. So yes, the bundle tradition continues. It's like it's the only tradition that they care about nowadays because it gets some money. There are some positives to this, because next to the Headless Horseman, look! That's credit to the original UGC creators of these items. I love that Roblox is supporting its creators by crediting them and giving them a chance of displaying their items to a huge audience. That is a great move by Roblox. Of course, I don't know how these things work and how they get into the event and shit, cause you can maybe tell that I am not a relevant person. About the items, they look so good, probably cause they weren't made by a greedy company, except this one. It's not for blocky avatars. But that's totally fine. At least there's credit, which is the bare minimum. That's why I credit every video I use from other creators. Imagine stealing. While we're in the mansion, look at this build. It's incredible. This mansion alone beats the hunt and the game's hubs easily. And we're not even talking about the outside, which has the same level of quality. I just love it. If Roblox can have this level of quality in its hub, then that should be the standard. I don't know why this is the first time we're getting a hub build like this. It also differs a lot from other hubs, which usually were always islands. The Hunt, Futuristic Island. The Classic Island, I guess. The Games, Competition Island. But now, the Haunt is actually just a mansion in the middle of nowhere with cool secrets and stuff. After getting into the things Roblox did right, let's dive back again in shit and diarrhea and piss, along with garbage. And if you just threw up, that's great! We'll be diving into that too. So I said that the hub was great and all? Yeah, there's a bad side to it. The quests. The fucking quests. The things that were supposed to fill the event up with some stuff to do, they're boring as fuck. These quests could be planned by a 5-year-old. And I'm not even joking. These are barely challenging and feel like watching paint dry. Don't believe me? Alright, Pure Light Lantern. You just had to dig a bunch of graves up until you found the lantern. I'm sure you can understand how this gets boring quickly. golden key necklace. Just go through a maze. This one isn't that bad since it even has monsters that slow you down to add a bit of challenge, but it still gets boring. Dastardly Death Cape. Look at mirrors till you find it. Literally the same thing as Pure Light Lantern, but now you look at mirrors. Yay! That's so original. Where do they come up with these ideas? Flaming Jack-o'-lantern cart. Smash pumpkins with a bat till you find it. Not joking, it's the same thing as before. I mean, come on. If you're gonna be so original with your ideas, give it a day before you do it again, for fuck's sake. 2 days in a row, 3 days total, doing the same repetitive shit. Spectral spectacles. You wanna know what you have to do? You want to. Really? Alright. Well, you just gotta go through all elevator floors till you find it. That's so funny, right? Holy shit, I'm laughing so much. These devs should get an award for best joke ever. 4 quests out of 5 were the same shitty style. No variation at all. It really feels like there was supposed to be something interesting with all this building, yet the quests seem imagined by a Souls RNG player. Oh my god, I can't believe I just rolled Dastardly Death Cape. To just make things worse, let's remember how the costume contest went. It was a disaster. Roblox's mistake was to let users submit captures instead of avatars. This could have gone well if there was some photo booth or something that you could take a photo in, and Roblox would submit your avatar. However, Roblox wanted to let users be in cool areas, take screenshots of your avatar next to things in game, instead of just your avatar. And that's not possible. You can't trust players to not take screenshots of, I don't know, fucking NPCs? Well, people that actually put effort into their costume and pick just get left behind because stupid people vote for these. See, I submitted 5 picks, 1 for each category, and I didn't use any type of trick. I still don't think I got any votes. Even if I like these pictures, the Jeff the Killer box will always get more votes than me. Roblox didn't even try to fight this. The competition just continued, being extremely rigged. So, remember the ketchup from earlier? It's expired, which means that even the small thing that this event was based on is garbage. As the days passed, the skull fragments filled themselves in, revealing a portal. Wow, so creative. It's not like portals are literally the most overused teleportation method in games. Entering the portal, we go on to fight the Headless Horseman. Wait, what the fuck? Why are there studs here? Is this supposed to be classic? Why is everything destroyed? Is the classic coming back? These are some of the questions that cross my mind. And I can't really explain anything, but I think I know a bit of what's going on with this. And it actually kind of makes sense. Kind of. So let's start by this house. It looked very familiar to me, but I couldn't tell from where it had come from. So I searched to the gods of Google, classic Roblox Black House, which led me to this murder mystery wiki page about this old map, haunted house. But I knew that wasn't it. Why? Because the wiki literally told me Chedletsky's classic haunted house it is then. But then, where are all the other classic stuff from? I remember seeing a well just close to that house on top of a hill. And when I looked at it, I don't know how, but I remembered it was from Yorick's resting place. So I searched it. Wait, look at that house. That seems very similar to the haunted house. And yeah, it was only similar. In reality, I got fooled by the murder mystery wiki because I didn't realize that the windows were very different. And it makes sense that Chedletsky made a similar version of the Yorick's resting place house because in the description of the re-upload by Reverse Polarity, there is a message: the map may seem different and less detailed. Telemon, which is Chedletsky, edited it to make it look better and be easier, so watch out. There are some key differences in the map, which means that Jedletsky could have modified it a bit after and uploaded it as its own model. Now we have finally confirmed where the house and well is from. Where's the pink lake from? Oh! Yeah, it's all the same map. Look, even the house is on top of that hill and the well also. That's really cool actually, but what does this have to do with a boss fight against a headless horseman? I thought about it for a little bit and this is what I came up with. Yorick's Resting Place was a place created for Roblox Halloween event in 2007, where you had to answer 4 riddles to get the final prize, the Riddling Skull. Now, I think you know why a headless horseman would be looking for a skull, but here's the thing, it's very hidden, and since the headless horseman can't use a brain to figure out the riddles, he just followed his instinct and started destroying everything. Makes sense for you now? You might remember that the bundle comes with a pumpkin gear, which is supposedly his head. So, I'm wrong. Or am I? See, your head isn't just meat and blood. It has this thing called a skull inside it to hold everything in place. Now, I don't know how he lost only his skull and still has the pumpkin, but I have a theory.
Game!
No, shut up please. There was this bug where players would get more skulls than they were supposed to. An example of this is the account Wet and Wild. I am not making this username up. Anyways, if you look at Wet and Wild's inventory, you see 8 riddling skulls, which is an absurd amount of skulls. So here's what I think happened. Roblox ran out of stock for the skulls, but still had to compensate for Wet and Wild, because they got 8 skulls. What do you do when you need more skulls? You steal them from other people, and that's how Headless Horseman became headless. Anyways, now that I have explained, or at least tried to, why everything is destroyed, why we are in Yorick's Resting Place, why Headless Horseman needs a skull, and why his skull got taken from him, we can finally go and fight him. Except we don't really fight. What we do is dress avatars up. Yeah, fuck this event. Instead of an actual boss battle, which would have been totally fine, they decide to make it so it's a fucking dress-up battle. First, we should know why we're fighting him. There's no reason to kill him. What did he do? Let him get his well-deserved skull. He needs a brain to think more. Look at these attacks. They're completely useless. They don't even do damage. In fact, the only thing that you actually have to avoid is this magic thingy that transforms you into a pumpkin for 10 seconds. And that's it. I literally had to stop to record these attacks because I could avoid them by just walking away. Is that challenging? I don't think so. This was boring as fuck, and I only did it for the item, which, by the way, confirms my theory that, indeed, Headless Horseman was looking for the Riddling Skull, as we get both his pumpkin and the skull when he dies, which means that he had them. Also, look at the description. Yorick skeleton. Also, you remember the skull fragments that were filling themselves in? Yeah, it was the Headless Horseman that was slowly finding the Riddling Skull fragments around the map. He probably accidentally punched it and the skull broke, making it so that he had to find all the fragments that went flying across the map. But that's only a theory. And that was the end of the event. Honestly, pretty lame. I feel like the boss fight makes no sense because we don't even know what the hell's going on. Why are we killing the Headless Horseman? Roblox trailer said free him of his curse. Except, what is the curse? If it's being the Headless Horseman, then how is killing gonna help? It would make sense if we freed him from being headless by giving him a head and skull. I think that there should be a storyline or just multiple clues around the map so that people can make theories that aren't just guesses. Because it would be really cool to have a storyline that gets updated every day. Roblox could have done it by placing some clues inside the rooms that are blocked. Roblox's events could really benefit from more because it would make the whole process so much more interesting. But for now, it lacks that. Anyways, now I'll do what I do every Arver review, and that is rate the event. My rating is 15 out of 100. If you're thinking I'm being a bit harsh here, then I'll remind you of why I rated it this. The good things were really only 3 things: the crediting of UGC creators, the items, and the builds, which look incredible. Still not enough. The bad things were the costume contest being the whole event, the quests, the boss fight, which has a lot of problems, the fact that you could easily cheat in the costume contest, and, what I didn't mention, purely because it was kind of irrelevant, game choice. Pull a sword? Again? Oh well. Now, I would like to thank the game developers who actually put effort into their Halloween updates. You carried it. This event has been the most boring event in Roblox history, so having actually good Halloween updates to play is very nice. For this video, I'm gonna do something new. Here's the leaderboard of all events I have ever rated, including the hunt, even though I didn't make a video about it. I mean, should I? And to everybody who watched this until the end, have a great rest of your day.